When I want to pull it, you want to know she go there. Wanna you want to talk like a lady. Wanna love it, so I feel like a lady. Wanna you want to say I do it. Definitely don't want the man to come on it. When you want to eat a piece of big fire. I'm gonna walk in love you. Want the man, work good and strong. To make you think of song. When you want to play, you go down and sing the song. You don't tell me you're going to man.
Blessed my people, welcome back, you see me? So peeps, today we're gonna talk about a veteran dancehall DJ that goes by the name Spragga Benz. You get me? I say people, yeah man, we're gonna take a look at his epic musical journey. You know, Spragga Benz is also an actor. You know, he starred in the famous Jamaican movie known as Shatters, you get me? So you know, we're gonna take a look at his journey. As also we're gonna speak a bit about the role that he played in this legendary Jamaican movie Shatters. Some people say Shatters is still the best Jamaican movie of all time because of how relatable it is, you know. Spragga Benz also lost his son, you know, his son was featured in that movie. His son played the character of him when the movie was just starting out. You get me as a people? So you know, after his son grew up, his son decided say he might take up badness, you know what I mean? And he was eventually taken out by the security forces. You get me as a people? So we'll take a look at Spragga Benz and his historical journey to stardom. So people, Carlton Errington Grant, better known by his stage name Spragga Benz, was born on the 30th of May in the year 1969 in Kingston, Jamaica. And just like most other dancehall entertainers, from a very young age, Spragga Benz has been interested in music. And this is so because, you know, he's from this vibrant era of Kingston, Jamaica, where entertainment lives, and you know, root tracking, reggae music, as also dancehall music, is deeply rooted in that era, you know what I mean, people? As we say, back in them days, dance always a keep a Kingston. If I even one little box, you know, in the countryside, them time, the dance all keep a country, you know what I mean, the African town. You know, entertainment lives, even though it is volatile in those eras, people have more fun, you know what I mean, as funny as it sounds. You get me as a people, yeah. So, you know, Spragga Benz from a young age always love music. Him take on to that aspect of life. Him always a DJ and so on and so forth. Always a pretend like him a play him sound system. So that is how he actually started out his music career. You know what I mean, people? He used to play on sound system. And funny enough, people, his name Spragga Benz is actually coming from that same sound system. Because prior to being called Spragga Benz, they used to call him Spaghetti because he was just tall and slim. So, you know, he was known to his friends as Spaghetti. And in later years, he was just referred to as Spragga. And, you know, the Benz was eventually added to his name after he started to play the sound system LA Benz. You get me as a people? Because the name Spragga, they must add the Benz to it. So that is how his name, Spragga Benz, came about. So Spragga Benz musical career actually started officially in the year 1991. You know, Spragga Benz used to work for a sound system by the name LA Benz, as I said before, people. And it was through this Spragga Benz found his way into the music industry. He was at a dub plate recording session with Buju Banton. And you know, the famed elder DJ was slated to do 4 tracks for the LA Benz sound, but only voiced 2 and suggested that Spragga Benz do the other 2. Since he was new to recording, you know, Spragga Benz freestyle a couple of lines of what would become Love Me Gun, a popular tune. So, you know, Buju Banton himself saw the talent in Spragga Benz and had confidence in him and his music, you know what I mean, people. Once Buju Banton look at you and say, you sing that wood up there, right away, Spragga Benz knows say Buju see something special in him, and Spragga Benz did not itch to do that, you understand, people? And that is one of the turning points in his entire music career, because of the fact that he was performing locally at some events. When he goes out with the sound system, he would also do him little performance and so on. And as such, you know, say him get more popular and more popular. And the fact that Buju Banton was highlighting his talent, you know what I mean, telling other producers about him and so on, you know what I mean, talking about him around people who have influence on the music, you know, say him start to get a breakthrough and he was becoming a more of an in-demand kind of artist. And the demand for him started to become very, very high for him to perform. So with all that strength that Spragga Benz had gotten, you know, he soon became an in-demand performer for numerous producers. Producers to include Bobby Digital. And it's followed with Cloud Deal, you know, produced by Winston Riley. And Girls Hooray, produced for Steely and Clevie. A series of well-received singles followed, many included on his debut album, Jack It Up, which was released in the year 1994. His success led to a deal with Capitol Records, who issued his second album, Uncommonly Smooth, in the year 1995, featuring duets with Chevelle Franklin, A1 Lover, and Spanish Harlem with Ben E. King. The album did not sell well enough for Capitol, who dropped him, after which Spragga Benz spent a few years releasing further singles in Jamaica, also collaborating with the likes of Wycliffe Jean and KRS-One. In 1999, he recorded a Clash album with Beenie Man, Two Bad DJs, and had a #1 hit single titled She Not Ready Yet, Hype It Up, which was also included on his third album, Fully Loaded, which was released in the year 2000. This album featured duets with Lady Saw and Backshot and Foxy Brown on a song titled Too Stush, and was co-produced by house music legend Todd Terry. In the same year, Benz made his film acting debut in Brooklyn, Babylon, and the following year played a leading role in the gangster film Shatters. And in the year 2002, Spragga Benz released his fourth album titled Thug Nature. So you know peeps, the movie Shatters is one in which Spragga Benz plays the role of a gritty character. You know, a character who started out as a bad man when he was a little boy, you know what I mean, and seen one of their brethren who was an elder in the community commit a murder and decided that that's what he wanted to do. And you know, he had a brethren Biggs just get deported from foreign as a little boy in the community. And the two of them plan up, them go rob a D&G truck, make a little money, and I mean, as children, and then buy visa as bikini and fly them way back to America. Go to America, grow up, turn big man, do a whole heap of crime over there. Spragga Benz that get deported, come back to Jamaica, and then you know, him friend Biggs over there get deported after. Spragga Benz come to Jamaica and him turn star, you know what I mean, in terms of badness, a dance ship, a run off the area and so on and so forth, you know what I mean, kill some people. Then him friend Biggs get deported, come to Jamaica, and it was, you know what I mean, it's a roller coaster, and the two of them start to do this thing together. But you know, Biggs never interested in the Jamaican life and the extortion and so on and so forth. So eventually, you know, say Biggs encourage him to make a politician, give them some visa, and them left the country and them go back to America and them start do them jokes thing again and so on and so forth in the movie. So the movie is actually an interesting one. Something that everybody in the street can actually relate to. You know what I say? Whether you come from Jamaica or you come from overseas. And that was what made that movie connect so much with the people. That movie motivated Spragga Benz to release the album Thug Life, you know what I mean, people, because you know that movie made him very famous, very popular, and you know him an artist from a long time, and a big artist, so people rate him same way. So in the late 1990s, Spragga Benz had funded the Stay in School program, which provided help for the needy students in his hometown of Franklin Town. So you know people, one of the most stressful time of Spragga Benz's life, you know, was on the 23rd of August in the year 2008, when his son, Charlton Charlie Grant Jr., was 17 years old, and is the one who had played the younger version of Spragga Benz, the character in the film Shatters, was killed by the local police in Jamaica. You know what I mean, people? Police had said that they had stopped two men on a bicycle in Kingston area, and when they approached them, one of the men began firing at the police, and the police returned the fire and the men fled. Then they searched the area and they found Grant Jr. suffering from a gunshot wound, and he was also in possession of a .45 semi-automatic pistol. Grant Jr. was rushed to the Kingston Public Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. You know, that did not sit well with Spragga Benz, and I mean, Spragga Benz had taken that one to heart. Following his son's death, Spragga Benz started a foundation with the aim of helping the local youths. You get me as a people. You know, it was being said that this young man was giving trouble for some time. No, you get me as a people. You know, when Spragga Benz and father and him get some ratings in the era, a youth with a problem, and you know, people talk to him not really hear. Him always try to do his own thing. You know what I mean, people? So him eventually, you know, all days, You know them say artists pitting eventually swallow rock stone. You get me as a people, and it is rumored that that was what actually caught Spragga Benz's son. You see me as a people, he want to play a danship role and be this bad man, and that was what caused him to eventually lose his life. So you know peeps, Spragga Benz, in my opinion, a very, very talented dancer slash reggae entertainer. You know what I mean, a trendsetter for a lot of these new generation of dancehall artists. Just the same, you know what I mean, people. We have to acknowledge the great works that this man had put in to help push our genre to the world. It can never be overlooked. You get me as a people. So that is my bit. And as you know, I stand corrected. So you can leave your views in the comment section. As also, you can like, subscribe, and share. Peace.
When we are